Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about Activity 1, which talk about the review and the lessons about high quality assessment in retrospects and what is authentic assessment.
We've been learning about high quality assessments and authentic assessments. To dive deeper, how do you think the purpose of assessment influences the choice of methods used?
Good question. I think the purpose of assessment dictates the methods because it determines what you're trying to measure. For example, if the purpose is to assess critical thinking, you might use a method like a case study rather than a multiple choice test. Joanna, do you think aligning assessment methods with a learning target is always straightforward?
Not necessarily. It can be challenging because learning targets often involve complex skills, creativity, or problem solving, which are harder to assess with traditional methods. That's why diverse assessment methods are necessary. What do you think? How does this complexity affect the accuracy of assessments?
I agree that complexity can impact accuracy. For example, if an assessment method does not align well with the learning target, it might not accurately reflect a student's abilities. This could lead to either underestimating or overestimating their knowledge. Pinky, what strategies do you think teachers can use to maintain accuracy while dealing with complex learning targets?
So, teachers can use rubrics with clear criteria to ensure consistency and accuracy, especially for complex tasks. You can also incorporate peer reviews or self-assessment to triangulate data and get a more accurate picture of student understanding. That being said, how do you think sampling plays a role in this, Ellie?
Sampling is crucial because it ensures that the assessment is representative to the entire curriculum. If we sample well, we can get a good sense of students' overall understanding without having to test every single detail. But it's a balancing act. The sample is too narrow, we miss out critical areas. And if too broad, we overwhelm students. How do you think the authentic assessments address these challenges differently than the traditional assessments?
Authentic assessment tackle these challenges by focusing real-world tasks that integrate multiple skills. They provide a more holistic view of students' learning because they simulate real-life scenarios, requiring students to apply what they've learned in a meaningful ways. For instance, a project-based assessments might cover various targets simultaneously, such as critical thinking, collaboration, and creativity. But Joanna, how do you think the characteristics of authentic assessment contribute to different learning?
The real-world relevance and the demand for higher order thinking in authentic assessment push students not to just recall information but to synthesize and apply it. This leads to deeper learning because students engage with the materials in a meaningful context. How do you all think that this type of assessment can change the way we approach learning in the classroom?
It encourages us to think beyond just passing exams. When we know we'll be assessed on our ability to apply knowledge in real-world situations, we're more motivated to truly understand the material. This could lead to more engagement and active learning. How do you think this shift affects the role of feedback in the learning process?
Feedback becomes even more critical. It's not just about correcting mistakes, but guiding students on how to improve their performance in realistic tasks. Continuous feedback in authentic assessments help students refine their skills and deepen their understanding. Mark, do you think the emphasis on authentic assessment changes the traditional?
So, definitely. Authentic assessment often requires a more collaborative approach where teachers act more as facilitators or coaches rather than just evaluators. This can create a more interactive and supportive learning environment. It's like we're all working together toward a common goal of applying knowledge meaningfully rather than just aiming for a grade. What are your thoughts on this, Sarah?
I agree this approach fosters a deeper connection between students and teachers because the focus shifts to learning and growth rather than just outcomes. It encourages a more formative assessment process where the emphasis is on continuous improvement. This, in turn, can lead to more personalized learning experiences. I think we all benefit from this shift toward authentic assessment, don't you think?